Yo, what's up, soul family? Today we're about to decode the ancient mysteries of the Inca Empire. You know, as we have been rising to the occasion and stepping into our power, we have been learning about a lot of our ancient ways, a lot of our ancient traditions, and a lot of our ancient civilizations. But the one that we have not took a closer look at is the Inca Empire. And for the ones who have, I salute to you. But for all the ones out there who haven't heard about the Inca Empire or have heard about it but haven't really dug deep into it, we're about to dig into that right now. Okay, now the Inca Empire was said to be on the left end of South America. Okay, now remember that for the rest of this whole lecture. It was a very big and powerful civilization. And it's known for its power and all of its ancient mysteries and questions that still have not been answered to this day. And the first mystery we will be breaking down is the mystery of the ancient site of the Pumapunku. The Pumapunku is a place in South America, Bolivia to be exact, where they found all of these stone blocks where they could not figure out how they were built in such an ancient time with such advanced technology. So these people began to speculate the same things that they did for the pyramids in Egypt and Africa, where they say aliens must have built them. And we all know by now, when white people say this, it is just their way of discrediting indigenous people and their abilities to create. But what turns this whole story around with these ancient blocks is the fact that the writings on the wall are the same as the Sumerian writings that they have found in Bolivia and other parts of South America. And there has been many tablets and ancient things that they consider Sumerian that were found all over South America. Now, all of this Anunnaki and Sumerian thing is just another term and way to hide the true ability of black people in ancient times. They create these names like Anunnaki and Sumerian to try to make us seem alien or extraterrestrial to this place just because we have abilities to do advanced things in such ancient times. So now it is known that these black people that they consider Anunnaki are the people who had created this civilization, the Inca Empire. Now let's dive into what the Incans believed as far as philosophy and God. They believed in almost the exact same thing as the Egyptians when it came to the sun god and the moon gods and the belief of multiple gods. You know what I mean? So the symbol of the Pumapunku, aka the panther, represented the God self and the God body. So they didn't believe in God as an external source. They believed that they were God, just as a lot of us do now. And there's actually still places in Bolivia where they have statues that represent the sun god and the moon goddess. And this exact ideology represented the divine balance between the masculine and the feminine. It represented how the supreme creator was a mix of both of the two. And this is very similar to many of other ancient civilizations. And I know at this point, the people in the back are probably asking, who were the Incans? Did they look like these people in this statue? No, these are recreated statues to try to destroy the image of the true Incans. The true indigenous people of Bolivia, Peru, and the rest of the places that covered the Inca Empire are still around today, and this is how they look. They are melanated people, no different than all the other black people across the whole world. And the history and tradition and cultures of these people are being hidden from the rest of the world. How often is it when you hear about a black Bolivian or a black Peruvian or anyone from South America, especially these specific places? You have to really think about that. They have these people so hidden from the rest of society. A lot of people don't even know that Bolivians exist. They don't know who Bolivians are. And they definitely don't know that Bolivia has the last black king of America, who was a descendant of a king of the Inca Empire. Now let's get to the part where things are gonna get a little bit more deep. Pause and read this. It's basically explaining how ancient Sumerians were in Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, all these places that were a part of the ancient Inca, and they were writing things on stone tablets. Our ancestors were so powerful that they called them aliens to disregard all of the advanced things that they could create and do. And there's so much mysterious things that they found in Bolivia, but I'm gonna show y'all this one just for the sake of this video. In Bolivia, they found a 1,000-year-old left remains of some magical ritual ceremony, what they would call it, that was allegedly giving people enhanced senses, vivid vision, and a altered perception of time. Now let's get into the facts of what they have shown you about the Inca Empire, or at least hinted to you about in movies. Now this part might throw you off, but stay with me. I'm gonna tell you about how the movie The Black Panther was about the Aboriginal people of the Inca Empire and how they had advanced civilizations. Now from our conscious and aware people, you know why they would say this movie was located in Africa and it was all about Africa. It's just a part of the agenda to keep the hoax of the slave trade alive, okay? Y'all with me? Now hear me out. This image right here that we're looking at isn't even supposed to look like Africa. This image is an image of South America. Now this is what they were really depicting in the movie The Black Panther. This is one of the last remaining places of the Inca Empire, what they would say, which is Machu Picchu in Bolivia. Now, if you think I'm reaching or the similarities between the two are just a big coincidence, then watch this video of Chadwick Boseman on an interview before he died, speaking about the similarities to Wakanda and the Machu Picchu.
Scope. It was something that I had been thinking about for back to the comic book. You know, they led me to the back to the comic book. You know, it was a cross, a Chicana in Peru. It was a cross, a Chicana in Peru, that has, you know, the condor, it has the puma, and a serpent on it, and so that you know, the puma is a Black Panther. So you're there in Machu Picchu, which is sort of a lost city, and it reminded me of Wakanda. So you're there.
Now, honestly, think about it. Do you think he was saying this as a coincidence or just to randomly bring it up? No, he was saying this because he knew he had cancer and he knew he was about to die, so he was trying to get the truth out in subliminal messages. You gotta understand, this right here we're looking at is not supposed to be Africa. Africa is the cover-up. When you see them go in that little portal dimension little thing, they're going back to the Inca. This picture right here was filmed in South America. Why wouldn't they film in Africa if it's supposed to be in Africa? Now, I'm not here to force anything on you. I'm just here to make you think. Just think about the similarities and the subliminal messages in the movies. The lost city, the lost civilization, the place that's cut off from the rest of society, the fact that Bolivia and the rest of those places are cut off from the rest of society, all the mysteries and ancient things found there, there's no coincidence. Now, in my next video, I may just talk about the relationship between the Incas and the Aztecs, or the Incas and the Egyptians. They were all connected as one. But that'll be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all tuned in. I hope y'all got some great insight from this video. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.